We have another significant episode of heavy rainfall, potential flooding, and also severe weather that will be overspreading North Florida during the next 5 to 7 days. And again, a lot of this rain will be falling on top of already saturated ground from the heavy rains that we had last week and into last weekend. The first storm system right now, you can see on water vapor imagery, is all the way up in the Dakotas, but our main culprit that will be with us throughout the week is this very strong subtropical jet stream. You can see this blowing from Baja, California, all the way across the Florida Panhandle, and again, that's going to really focus heavy rains over the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. But our activity out here in the Gulf of Mexico is here to stay with us during the next 24 hours. We have a severe thunderstorm watch really in effect for most of the Panhandle and Big Bend this evening. This is characterized as a slight risk throughout the afternoon and overnight hours tonight along the I-10 corridor. Damaging wind gusts are the main threat, but we could have isolated tornadoes. And then again, the big threat with all the saturated conditions that we've had is widespread flooding. Here's the area that's under this severe thunderstorm watch till 8 o'clock Eastern time. Really from the Tallahassee area, Jefferson County, points all the way west into Alabama. This is the main threat, flooding. Behind me you can see rainfall estimates or projections through the next 5 days. Widespread 5-inch rains on top of what we already had last weekend. And again, you can see some localized totals in the 7 to 10-inch range in the Florida Big Bend. So that's going to have significant impacts not only in urban areas, but again in your small creeks, and then later this week and into the weekend for our main stem rivers. Again, we have flash flood watches for a good part of the Florida Panhandle. These are the areas also covered by that severe thunderstorm watch, but you'll notice that we also have some flood watches that extend all the way over to Jacksonville. So the heavy rains will be migrating to that part of the state as well. Our problem here is that a lot of these rivers are already in flood. They have receded some from the past event, but now we're getting heavy rainfall over those basins in southern Alabama, and that will flow down the Escambia River, the Yellow River, and as well as the Shoal River out here in the western Panhandle. For points further to the east, this is where we have a more significant and perhaps serious flood threat. Again here, the Choctawhatchee River flowing down out of Alabama into the western parts of the Panhandle around Caryville, and then further south in Walton County around Bruce. That's indicated as a potential major flood moving through the end of the week. And again, we're going to be adding rains into these basins. And we mentioned the Chipola River, the Apalachicola River, and then of course the Ochlockonee River. Those are the areas that could have significant, perhaps major to record flooding, depending on if these rainfall amounts materialize this week from the National Weather Service.